Hey, what's going on? I don't know if we're live yet, but I think we might be. We'll find out. Usually I count on Kim to tell me with her phone. We'll see. We'll see when it starts to play. I'm watching the computer over there too. It's like I don't know about the delay. We definitely have a delay. At least on our computer here we do. Let's see. Has it started for you yet, hon?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm 30 seconds in and there's nothing going on. It's like every week they've made some significant changes. We'll see.
It says waiting for BW's garage.
Well, it says I'm live streaming. Well, the computer just went to commercial. So I don't know what's going on with all that. We'll see.
Oh, I like how he's like, oh, and then he's like, oh, it hit the bat. Okay, then I'm fine.
Is it on live for you, hon?
I'm getting the dogs.
All right. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get this thing going. It's always delaying, and I'm not sure when it's going to start, but it looks like we're started. We got Gordon Walker here, Robbie Altree, Kevin L. Kim's here, David Soloway. David always helping us out, man. He mentioned us a couple times on Bad Chad Chat. That's always great, man. Appreciate that a lot, buddy. We got Torp. Torp made it. What's going on? Puglisi Speed Shop. What's happening, Chaz? All right, man. Everybody's filing in. We had a pretty uneventful week here. There wasn't a whole lot of car stuff. I spent one night, about an hour and a half, 2 hours in the shop, and I shared that with you guys. I was just messing around out there. I made that little repair to that piece. I actually gave that back to Jay today. I had off from work today. Got one of my chores done. We got the front porch cleaned up. Yo, Chopper Mike made it. Mr. 55er's here too. Cool, man. Thanks for coming in. Mike's here. What's going on, Desert Rat? Great, man. That's cool. So we got the front porch all cleaned up. So we got that done. I think I'll do the gazebo Sunday, and then that'll be handled. And then we'll move on to the next thing. We're gonna dive into that.
Hey, Paul White. Hey, Big Job. Chaz, Robbie, Desert Rat. One. Kevin L. I was getting the dogs in.
Oh, there goes the clock. 3 minutes behind. Where's Rick to tell me it's 3 or 4 minutes behind? He'll be along. I got like I said, I'm gonna start up on the Nova probably by about maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll start warming up to what I'm gonna do there. I went to see Jay today. I got the car out. It's actually out in the driveway. I don't want to have I'm going to go to that car show in the morning, so I don't like getting the car out in the morning. I'd rather just have it in the driveway.
There's PPSS.
Yeah, there's Rick. What's up? That way I can like do a quick detail on it tomorrow morning.
Robbie.
I found a problem. I knew I had it, but I didn't like forget about it, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
Hey, too, babe.
But it kind of, oh, Ron's here. But it's kind of something I have to do. It's like my rear, when I welded it on, it's a little bit to one side, not too much, but I want to put a shim on that passenger side back wheel. And I bought a pair of 1/4-inch shims, but I only need the one. And I'm not even sure I'm going to put the 1/4 on and see how it looks. I may have to have my buddy machine a 1/16 or so off of it. I just want to straighten that out just a little bit. I have a little more space on the inside wall of the tire and the frame on the driver's side than I do on the passenger side. Just want to even it out, because it's like when the suspension comes down, you could end up with a rub. That's the tire we cut because it had that brake line on there, and you know how we did it. We squeezed the absolute biggest tire in there we could. We didn't allow for anything, so that's why I got them shims. So we'll get that straightened out. Too, babe, what's going on? So that's one car thing I got to do on the 55. The rest of it, everything's going to go for the Nova. We're gonna start on the Nova first, because that 55 job, that'll be a nice easy night for me when I don't feel like getting all grindy and dirty.
You got the trophy torp, and I got some nice fresh Amish Kawasa.
Yeah, I put it there, and then I got those two. See, look at those two plaques too. That the big plaque is the best in show. That was pre-paint. That was at my brother's shop. And then the other one was they don't make them like they used to, the smaller one. So we got 2 awards there, and we got the trophy from last week. The only other car show we were at was up at the Sundance Saloon, and we didn't have a chance up there. The car I took it up there, if you remember, in bare metal. It wasn't. It didn't even have
Hey,
the
Tony
protective.
G.
Huh?
Tony G's here.
Tony G. It didn't even have the protective color black on there anymore. It was bare metal. So, but it's a little more complete now. There is some stuff that I want to straighten out, but I got to try to shim that body a little better, get the doors a little better, just stuff like that. But that's nitpicky stuff I can do later on. Keep busy work.
Chaz, Chaz is feeling better. He's going to be back out in the shop now.
Yeah, getting all that poison. He had the sumac. That looked terrible. I was being rude. David was probably sitting there waiting to take a sip of his, man.
Well, one was. I know that. One
Everybody
was
take a sip. Yo, Lonnie, what's happening, brother?
Hey, Lonnie.
Oh, yeah. No, I do not want that. I've never caught poison ivy, sumac, or any of those. I don't know. They say some people are immune. Maybe I'm immune. Maybe I've just been lucky enough not to get mixed up with that stuff. I don't know. But I'm glad I don't have it. I got enough problems medically. I don't need that too. So. Oh man, I'd have to ask. I could go out. They may have been Dan Chunks, Mr. 55er, and they're soft. And man, they're really hard to get into those holes.
Hey, John.
I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more on the driver's side, but it's like you watch videos that they have online. Like the one guy, he's like, well, you can try a block of wood. You do anything with that soft seal, you put a nick right in it. I guess that's why I just gave up and went to the passenger side. I just opened it up one hole size, and I mean just one hole size. And they're still tough to get in. A couple of them I got to push in a little more over there. We'll get to that. Like I said, it's right now. I'm so over it. I'm just going to enjoy the car for a little bit, and I'm just adding up these little things I want to do.
What John Candy movie is that from? One.
What are you saying there, hon?
One said doing the mess around. I wasn't talking to you.
Was that Uncle Buck?
I don't know.
I think it's either Uncle Buck or the one when they're at the lake with Dan Aykroyd.
No, I know it's not that one.
No, it's not that one. I don't know.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's what I thought.
Doing the mess around?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the movie we quote sometimes. She didn't scream or nothing.
I got
came out sideways.
I got mine off of Jay, Mr. 55. I got mine off of Jay, and I swear the outer bag had a Dan Chunk sticker on it. And like I said, Jay's a distributor for Dan Chunk, so I'm sure that's probably what they were. But
love that movie,
and they're so soft.
Love that movie.
They're just and it's really hard. They're hard to work with. It don't take nothing to nick them all up, man. You might have to get yourself a couple sets and have a sacrificial one.
Not a pillow.
Are you over there doing the movie in your head, dear?
No, TV said that's not a pillow.
That's not a pillow.
Robbie loves that movie too.
It's a funny movie. It's one of Kim's favorites.
It's one of my favorite movies.
I like it, but it's not my favorite. Kim's like, if you're on, question did you ask me? If you're on an island?
Oh yeah.
What was the 3?
If you could only have one movie on,
I thought it was 3.
Okay, 3 movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
It was like, if you're stranded on an island and you can only have 3 movies for the rest of your life, what would they be? For me, it's like it's a toss up. Probably Aliens, the second one with Sigourney Weaver and all that. Tombstone for sure with Val Kilmer and all that. And I think my third, because I got to laugh once in a while, would be trading Trading Places with Aykroyd and Murphy. That one, I love that movie.
Oh, Mr. 55's got his all right there.
Where's that?
Tulane Blacktop, Bullet, and Hunt for Red October.
Okay, everybody has theirs.
Caddyshack, American Graffiti, and Tombstone.
Okay.
Tombstone, that would have to be one of them. Yeah. Although I do like that other one, Western too, with Kevin Kline and Danny Glover, but I can't think of who. Now, and I also like the other one with Sharon Stone. And Russell Crowe.
You know, my buddy Dana from back home, he messaged me on Facebook last week.
Goodfellas is good too.
You done?
You know, I can talk and you can talk.
I know you can, but I didn't want to interrupt you because I thought I was saying it. It's all right. So anyway, my buddy texted me and he asked me when Doc Holliday is on with Johnny Ringo.
Hey, Don.
Does he say Huckleberry or Hucklebearer? I think you had this conversation with me before too, didn't you, Kim?
I'm not sure. It's Barry.
Well, apparently the line was Hucklebearer for coffin carrier to grab the huckle. They called it a huckle, and it was supposed to be Hucklebearer, which is somebody who held the handle on the coffin. And Val Kilmer said it Huckleberry, so they just kept it there.
Yes.
So I thought that was neat. My buddy was telling me that. Yes, it is. But look that up. I think he was supposed to say Hucklebearer. That's a nice little tidbit for you. One.
I like too many movies. I couldn't decide.
Exactly what Two Babes said. So it was the Huck. Huck is the rail on the coffin. Bearer is a pallbearer. So it was supposed to be Huck Bearer. You guys get it. But that's what the line was supposed to be.
Mark.
It's not what it turned out to be. That's kind of legendary. So he kind of threw me off with that.
That's right. He's the Iceman.
I could have swore I kind of knew the answer because I said it to him. I said, I think it's Huckleberry, but I think he was supposed to say Hucklebearer. And I think
Kim Wi-Fi for that.
I think Kim told me that like the year before, and that's how I kind of knew, and she doesn't even remember. Because she reads all this little tidbit stuff on what's that you watch on or read Reddit? He reads a lot of stuff.
Look at Reddit, but when we're watching a movie, I'm usually looking up stuff in the movie. Oh my God.
Well, there, Rick says it's Hacklebearer. Okay. Well, there you go. Let's have a sip. Like I say, it is what it is. You guys know I got Doc Holliday on my arm, huh? Right there. I'm supposed to get more. I'm supposed to get Wyatt Earp right below him, and I was going to get Virgil, and I was going to get a wagon, but I didn't like the way the guy did this, so I just stopped. I'm supposed to have Wyatt right down here with the cigar in his mouth, right whenever he's
Tackleberry.
It's supposed to have Wyatt or whatever, on there with whenever he was in the bar scene, whenever he told that guy, "You're sitting in my chair," and he's got the cigar in his mouth.
I like when the fly lands on her face in the bar when she's talking.
Oh yeah, Kim. Is it her face or is it her finger? I thought it was her finger when she's sipping the. Huh?
It's her finger.
Yeah, it's her finger. When she's sipping the champagne, the fly lands right on her finger. Kim always waits for that. It gives it kind of a real feel to it.
Val Kilmer did steal the movie.
I tell you, I don't know about all that too, babe, but I love that movie, and like I said, I wanted the whole sleeve, but like I'm not. It's like the one side looks really good, but I can't really. Let me see if I can turn it to the other way. But then he did it. I told him I didn't want that deep shadow, and he did it anyway. So this side if you can see, this side looks really good, and then this side is his eye just looks dead. It's like, and I don't know if I can get that. I don't know. It's okay, but that it looks like he got a dead eye. One eye looks realistic, and one eye kind of looks dead. So I kind of got disappointed, and I just stopped. It does, Mike. But like I said, if you really look at it, the one The one eye looks a little off. It
It
might
looks
be
his
okay.
his eyes go down on that tattoo. They go down like he's, like, crying almost.
I don't know, but it's all right. It's like it's okay. But like I said, I want Wyatt right below it with a
That
cigar in his
looks
mouth,
drunk.
and I was, going to get Verge, and then I was going to get a wagon on the forearm, like a wagon riding into Tombstone.
It's like 2 different people.
Okay, it's a huckle. There you go. It's a huckle bearer, and that's what Val Kilmer was supposed to say, but he did say Barry, so they just left it in there. Now, in the forest scene when he kills Johnny Ringo, if you listen to it very closely, he does say bearer, but it still sounds like Barry to me. But you can see he's trying to say the other.
I went for a consult right before COVID hit, and I never got my other tattoo.
Now I have a bear on this arm. I got a big old grizzly bear. I used to have a dog on there, and it was a navy bulldog. It was a navy dog it was a bulldog with a navy hat, and it would kind of look like one of those cheesy 80 tattoos because I got it in 90, and it was really sunburnt and stuff. So I this is a cover up, but I really like the bear. But eventually I might go back and get the rest of the Tombstone one done. I got to find somebody I can trust. Maybe the owner of Bone Daddy, but I don't know about too many other people. I got to look and see because his stuff's pretty good, but there's a waiting line. The other guy that did this don't work there no more. He did a good job. That's why I let him do it because he did a good job on the bear. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. So I let him do this, and he actually did a John Wayne that was in his portfolio for his sister, and it was perfect. But I ain't his sister, so I guess I didn't get the best of that night. I don't know. That's one of my favorite sayings too, babe. If you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly bear. We'll have a sip to that. Yeah, it is. I actually might still have the pictures somewhere, Kevin, where it shows the cover up. I think I might have kept it on Facebook. I don't know. Look and see. I know it was on my phone at one time. It's like how you get those memories that come up on your phone. That it showed me that. Not. It's been a few years now. The same guy didn't the same guy do the dragonfly on your calf, huh?
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job, but Kim doesn't like that.
The shadow's wrong.
She said the shadow's wrong. Doing that mouth thing.
He's having focal seizures. That's a focal seizure.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Yeah, my phone's not working. I think the internet's kind of getting drained from us doing the live stream. It works good, but it's not as good as the Comcast used to be able to handle a lot more, I think.
Come on. Come over here. Big Job says you need to fill the bucket on your belly.
I don't know about all that. Yeah, I saw, and I could never do it. But one of the funniest tattoos I've ever seen. This guy put a pot pie to Sailor Man on his pectoral, and the nipple was his wiener, and his pants were down, and the rest it was Popeye the Sailor. It was funny, but how could you ever?
No, I do not, Robbie.
Huh? How could he be taken seriously with that? I don't know.
I have 2 tattoos, Robbie, and they're both one's on my calf and one's on the back of my ankle area. I don't know what you would call it.
She does not have a stamp, Robbie. You see what Robbie wrote?
I just said.
Oh. She said she's probably going to get another one at some point. Hey, Lewis made it. What's
Hey,
going on,
Lewis.
man? Yeah, Lewis, it's Popeye before the spinach. That's funny. You guys always crack me up, man. You guys always coming up with something.
I know I want a third too, Kevin. I want a bee and flowers on my wrist, on the
We,
inside of my wrist.
how many
Something
times did
small.
we try to find that bee for you, and you could never find the exact bee you wanted?
I did find the bee I wanted. Hey, Jer.
Yo, Jer made it. What's up, buddy? Yeah, it's taking a long time for these pictures to load.
Hey,
Yo,
BBK.
Gorney made it. What's up, buddy? Oh man.
Yeah, it's been a while. I got to go get it done if I'm going to get it done. Although my mother didn't get hers done until she was in her 70s. So
I guess some people call it a stinger. I don't know. That's not what I don't think that was the intent, but okay. We'll
what'd she
see.
have, Kevin? What does she have? I want a bumblebee and flowers. I have a dragonfly and I have a lizard.
What do you have? You have the lizard and the dragonfly. You have another one?
I said, I want a bee.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you only had two. I was going to be like, when did you sneak out and get a tattoo? Oh my goodness. Fellow Army guy got his wife's name spelled wrong.
No regrets.
No regrets. Oh man. That's rough. That's rough. And they should. There's all kinds of those mistake tattoos on the internet, man. And it's like what a shame. And they're always misspelled words.
Go for it, Don. Then you'll want another one and another one and another one.
Eh, it's like you kind of forget after. It's kind of weird at first, Don, but then you forget after a while. It's like I just take a shit. It's just after a while, it's almost like a mole. It's like a birthmark. You forget about it. Said I'm working up to get like I said, I want to get my arm finished. I would love to have Wyatt Earp on there and then go from there.
On
But
my wrist, big job. Just small, like the size of a quarter. That way, if I need to cover it up or something, I can just put a watch on or a bracelet or something.
no, I don't. I'm not getting no.
Hey,
I'm not
outboard
getting a
tinkerer.
nomad. I ain't getting a nomad day. We were talking about whether we wanted to get that station wagon or not. I was talking to Jay today. I was down there helping him out for a couple minutes and paying him for the parts. And I asked him about it, and he's like, "Well, I did tell one guy I'd sell it for 12, but now we got the engine trans, and he put disc brakes on the front. They're all bled out. He has the exhaust ran back to the mufflers, and brand new
Aw.
clutch plate and all that stuff. And he's saying I might want 15 for it, and I'm like, well, I ain't getting 15 grand. I'm not. If I had room, I'd offer him the 12, but I don't have room right now. I need to make room. If the Nova was mobile, we might do something, and it will be pretty soon. Like I said, I got to dive back into that, start hanging sheet metal and having some fun. I feel like if once I get going, it'll be all right. I'll just do like one thing of sheet metal every week or two. It's like put the floor in and put the trunk floor in.
That's right,
Drop
big
down.
job.
I don't want to put the drop downs in until I put the new quarters on. It's like I gotta do this in a way that makes sense to me.
That's right, big job. Hit him. Tell him he got stung by the bee. That's cool, Lonnie.
She did tell me to buy it, Robbie, but that doesn't mean that I have room. If I had room, I would buy it. I mean, she's not like going to give me a hard time over a little bit of money like that, but it's it's room right now. It's
That's a
I
shame.
don't have any.
How's your son's truck, Mr.
That's cool, Jared.
55er? 55 gasser on his arm. That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Well, I wouldn't just go buy it for him because he would he has to do the work on it.
Look at Don. He's like, he's trying to talk his wife into buying another Camaro. God bless you. I don't know where you can put everything, Don. It's like you got two nomads sitting outside right now. It's like you got where are you putting the other Camaro? Is that parked in the street? Do you have a car cover for it? I mean, I guess if I had, if I wished on this back side with this back wall right here, on the other side of that, we have like a little alleyway with rocks in it. And there's nothing there, but it's like it's only like 9 feet wide. So if it was like 2 feet wider, I would love to put a trailer in there. Just get like, and I'd only get like a 20-footer so we could close the gate and just something to keep the gasser in or the Nova whenever I get it rolling. Something that where I could put something in and throw something in the shop. So it's just, it's all about
Why don't you
space.
just buy one of those canopies like over Chicky where Jerry had and just put it right there? The walls would kind of protect most anything.
I guess, that wouldn't be too bad. That'd be all right for the Nova. I can't, I ain't got the heart to put my 55 outside. It's just,
We had a carport on this house, but now it's my walk-in closet. So
yeah.
we don't have a
It's
garage
fine.
on the house.
Yeah, it don't matter. Like I said, I think we don't need a bigger house. Kim and I, this house is the perfect size for us. We need more property.
No, I like this house is oddly shaped. Like the rooms are oddly put
It is
together.
it is a little bit of, yeah. It's like
You got no room, you got no walls to put anything. It's like windows with empty space hallway. Where's the room in the living room? There's not.
fair enough. Maybe we should get the front porch enclosed.
I think we should just go out a little bit
Which way?
that way.
Towards the street?
Yeah.
Yeah. Call somebody to come over and take a look.
Or
I'm
go
sure.
up.
Huh?
Or go up.
We tried that before. That guy said he never came back. I think I like your out better. I don't want to go up and down steps.
The only thing is, then you could turn my closet back into a carport and you could have a garage right there.
Well, I don't know if I like that idea either. We'll see. It's like there's stuff, the real estate market's so crazy right now. It's like stuff is like $200,000 overpriced. We missed our window, I think. We got to wait for the next crash.
Oh, you just got to wait till you retire.
Yeah.
Mr. 55 is building a new shop. Babe has an ironing board as a closet.
We'll probably end up going south when I retire. But even if we didn't, we could just go back to like near my old hometown.
We might go that way.
Huh?
We might go that way
because it's like near my hometown. It's like I was showing Kim. There was like 98 acres for $150,000. It's like, and it had a garage on it, nothing else, it's just a garage. And it had a cornfield. So the farm right down the street is renting that property to put crops in. And if we're not going to build on it, I would just rent it to them, whatever the other guy was getting, probably just enough for the property taxes, and it's somewhere to go and shoot and stuff. It's like I showed it to my brother-in-law and he just started laughing. He goes, Brian, I just looked at that. Like, well, dude, I know exactly where it is. So if you want to go really look at it, we can go look at it. It's about 5 hours away. Because my brother-in-law really wants, he wants about 100 acres because he likes to shoot and stuff like that. But that's kind of far for them. Because I told Kim we ought to just go halves with Gordon. But like I said, we're 10 years away from that.
Not me.
Not Kim, but I am. Now, hey, man, a big lottery hit could change all that. we just got to get Randy Ryan and Shaky Bob to give us some numbers for the lottery tickets. Have one give us 3 and the other one give us 3.
We might go that way.
Good for you, Jer.
That's not too far.
Yeah, it's close enough to where we could come see everybody. Jonathan's still down here. He likes going up there and visiting stuff like that. So
I sent you the number.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Oh, yeah, we are at that point, aren't we? Let me see.
27 acres is nice, UB.
All right, guys. Well, we have the same thing as last week. We got the charm that
That's
goes
nice,
on your
Lonnie.
keychain, the refrigerator magnet,
Pittsburgh area, Mr. 55.
and the BW garage sticker. I'm from where Trump got shot. I'm from Butler. That's my hometown. I was born and raised there. All right, so this is what the prizes we're playing for. I need a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. Go.
Chili pepper. Corn on the cob.
Oh, they're coming in.
What is that? An iced tea? Long Island iced tea? I could go for a Long Island iced tea.
Mm.
That is Robbie.
Robbie Altry, the number 12 that you guys see. Kim had texted me the number 12 right there.
Robbie Altry won.
Robbie Altry. It's been a while, Robbie. So you got the refrigerator magnet, the sticker, and the key ring charm. All right, we'll get those in the mail to you, Robbie. I meant to ask Lonnie. Is Lonnie still in here?
Yeah, Lonnie's here.
Lonnie, did you get your mail this time? I hope you got it. They tore it, and Lonnie got the note, and I got all the prizes back. So hopefully, I resent it Monday. So I was wondering. I was thinking, man, I hope he gets it this time. Good deal. Okay, those guys are trying to hustle me again.
They have so many stickers and magnets that they could probably do a whole wall.
I think Don's wallpaper in his bathroom or something with my stickers.
Almost outboard tinkerer. Bobby beat you by that much.
Randy ain't here tonight. I wonder what he's doing. He must be away. He might be setting up his garage. He said he's going to start setting up his garage. He's going to make some videos. I'll let the clock do what it's going to do. Yes, next month, Lewis. He's going back next month. I am too, Dawn. I can't wait because Randy's got some cool stuff, guys. He's got a 69 Camaro, and he got that thing for like $9 grand, and it's really solid. And he's got a Tri-5. So, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see what he comes up with. See, there you go. Is he pretty close to you, Dawn? Because I mean, I know both of you guys are in Ohio, so I think he's pretty close to you. You guys like within pretty close driving distance.
What do you mind looking at? One? Are you pointing up? Is that what your finger's doing? You're pointing up? He's an hour away.
Okay, that's not bad. That's doable.
Lewis is building a 65 Chevy C10 4x4. Cool.
That's really cool. Short box, long box, Lewis? Step side? A lot of nice properties, cheap if you look. Well, I don't want to say cheap. They're not, the cheap's the wrong word, but I mean you can get 5 acres with a house for 450, and down here that's $700,000-800,000.
Yeah, I don't want a house. I want property, and I want to build our own house.
You hear what she said? She does want it, and she deserves that. So that's probably what we're going to do because that way she can pick everything, and that way if something isn't the way she likes it, I can be like, because let's face it, guys, we would live in an apartment with a mattress on the floor and a little refrigerator with a nice TV and be happy. The women want all this stuff, so she
I
can
don't
pick
want you
whatever.
to have to do anything because I don't feel like listening to you.
Well, I don't like doing that
I
stuff,
don't
man.
want to listen to you
I
complain.
appreciate that,
And
hon.
I won't say the B word, but that's what you do.
Well, I don't like that kind of work anymore. Like my brother-in-law is really good at it, like tile and
Thanks, Kevin.
remodeling and stuff like that. I mean, he's really good. And it's like I'm not very I'm adequate. I'm I I'm like bargain basement can get the job done guy. And I think a lot of it is I don't enjoy it and he enjoys it. It's like the woodworking and all that stuff. I like, you know, cutting up cars. Unfortunately, that ain't what Kim needs. So she wants to have her own house built. I'm all for it.
Mm, you're getting closer, one.
I think the biggest holdback for us on retirement is going to be healthcare. I should apply for the veterans stuff now and see if I can get it. That way, if there comes a chance where we can get done earlier, then we can't. Then I can be covered. And you're Kim's 2.5 years older than me, so she could probably get to the Medicaid care and all that before I can. So that
When are you
might
going to
get us.
sponsor us if we move to Canada? You could probably get a lot for our money in Canada since the dollar's better than the
It,
Canadian dollar.
it ain't really that much. They're pretty close now, hon.
Well, let's ask the Canadians. They'll know.
I don't want no snow. So, well, but that's just it. If we move to Western Pennsylvania, it snows and it really snows. You have to have a plow. There's no year off. When it starts snowing, it snows for 3 months. You have to get used to it. And once you're used to it, I guess you're used to it.
It's $1.38. 38%. There you go. 38%.
Okay.
Ooh, super nice. 35,000, Don. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, they bring a lot of money. The rag tops too, hon.
I'd rather have the cold than the heat. I don't like the heat. I have snowmobiles.
Well, they have those. Everybody had those back home.
We need a what are those things called? I can't think what they're called.
Like John Gregory, he's got competitive snowmobiles, or he has one at least I know, and it was like one of them almost competitive jumping things and all that.
Where are you, John? I know you said you were close to Butler. Outboard Tinkerer got VA coverage last 6 years.
All right, I was thinking about it. They say I guess I should go up to the Legion and get a counselor because they help you with all that stuff. It's like you're supposed to be able to get some kind of a disability. It's like I got diabetes real bad. Who knows what Glenn, who knows what they were putting in us back then? It's like, why did it all of a sudden pop up on me? I don't know. It's like you're finding out later in life all those things you were exposed to. It's like changes your whole body chemistry.
We lived in two nice apartments when we were in the Navy.
The
The first
second one, the first one was not great, but it's all I could find without Kim there. Kim found us our second place, and it was a fourplex. So there was four apartments, and each apartment had its own undercover parking spot, and we all had little patios on the back. And the landlord lady was nice. She gave us our money back for our deposit same day we left because we promised to paint, and we did. We painted the whole apartment and cleaned, and they gave us minus that cracked window. That it was an earthquake crack, and I can't prove that. Fine. So they took $100 or something off. We needed the gas money to get home, so we we made a deal to get that. what was it, like 3 years ago, hon? You checked online and found the house directly across the street. And it was like $1 million house. And these are not $1 million houses. They're like in Butler, they'd cost you about 180,000. Out here, they might cost you 300,000. But in Alameda, California, $1.1 million. It's crazy.
No, that's what Jane's house was going for when we lived there back in 1993.
Maybe. I don't know. But that's where we lived. We lived in Alameda. And that we moved there like 6 months after the bridge.
No,
Huh?
no, the earthquake happened in October. I guess you're right. October of '89, and we moved there when 91, 90.
90. We moved there in like September of 90. And when we moved there in September of 90, the only way to get into Alameda was through the Oakland Tunnel. So I don't know if they ever built the bridge back up, but the bridge collapsed. That left one way in and out of Alameda.
The bridge was up when we lived there.
They put it back up? I don't
When we
remember
lived
that, honey.
there.
The only way when we were there, the only way in and out was the tunnel. We were there from 1990 to October of 93. I mean, you're thinking of the Bay Bridge, hon.
That's the bridge that collapsed.
No.
Yes. The
The
Bay
bridge-
Bridge is a double-decker bridge.
Hubie, would you tell her the bridge that led into Alameda, California is the bridge that collapsed? And that
No,
left
Brian,
only
the Bay
one.
Bridge collapsed.
I'll just let her think whatever she wants to think. It's fine.
Okay, you're wrong.
Okay.
And it was really one kept us informed of the temperatures in Edmonton, and it was cold, 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 cold.
I don't even.
Hubie, please tell him it was the Bay Bridge that collapsed.
It was not. It was the bridge that led in to Alameda.
No,
There was two ways in.
The highway collapsed. The 880 highway collapsed. The Bay Bridge is the one that collapsed.
I was at 32nd Street for about 6 months, Hubie. Total. I mean, I went to RTC, NTC, San Diego for boot camp. I was there before it closed. And then they sent me back out there for C1 Weld School to 32nd Street. So the only thing I really remember about San Diego was Mission Beach and the train to Mexico. And well, Kim, that's not true either. Kim and I did a whole thing when she came out. We went everywhere. Absolutely, Robbie. The Oakland Bay Bridge. Not
The Bay Bridge.
the Oakland Bay.
San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge.
Gotcha.
The double-decker bridge that we used
The
to take.
880 collapsed.
Yes.
That's the one that led into Alameda.
That's not a bridge.
Oh,
That
sorry.
That was an elevated highway.
Elevated highway collapsed. My mistake.
What was that, Brian?
What?
What was that?
What?
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Hubie.
Yeah.
We talked about going over the Bay Bridge every time we went about. This is where it collapsed. This is where it collapsed.
I got you, hon. You're right. So the 880. I was thinking the 880, the elevated 880 highway that led into Alameda collapsed. So the only way to get in Alameda the whole time we were there was the tunnel, the Oakland Bay, the Oakland Tunnel that went underneath.
Thank you, Robbie.
It's more like 75-2. Me.
No.
Okay. Yeah. I'm usually the one that's
No.
well, whatever.
Yep, during the World Series, I remember watching it on TV.
You guys should have seen. We were there. The big Oakland Hills fire. We actually watched the fire. We were in Alameda, and we lived right in the marina. In fact, the name of our building that we lived in was Marina View Towers. And there was like a boat marina right in front of us, and we had a balcony that oversaw the water, and we were standing there watching the houses catch on fire and burn, the Oakland Hill
No,
fire.
he doesn't, Robbie.
Huh?
You don't stop and ask for directions either.
No. But do you remember that, hon? And then we woke up the next morning.
I
And
remember watching it, and I was watching the San Francisco game on TV, and I was like, "What's all that black smoke that's going over the stadium?" And then we
yeah,
looked out the
the
window.
candlestick. Yeah, honey, that was the Eagles and the 49ers. Eagles, I think it was the Eagles. It
I
was
don't think it was the Eagles.
I thought it was. It was we'll have to look and see. It was Monday Night
It
Football.
wasn't Monday Night Football. It was during the morning.
Was it? She's probably right. I don't remember, but I thought it was Monday Night Football, and I thought it was John Madden. But anyway, I do remember waking up. Times get confused, and I wake up the next morning, and I look outside. The whole parking lot, every car in the parking lot had like a 1/4 inch of a gray ash on top of the cars from all the fire debris right across the water.
Did your guys work on that one too, Hubie?
I'm bringing the facts. That's right, Don. I'm bringing the facts.
Not the fire, not the Oakland Hills fire. That was during football season. The earthquake happened during the World Series.
Yeah, the earthquake was the World Series, John. The Oakland Hills fire was football. We got to look that up because I swear it was Monday Night Football, but Kim's might be right. Kim might be right. I know it was football. There's certain games I remember. It's like we lived in the apartments that Kim found after we moved out of Marina View Towers, and we were there not very long in that game. Remember that wild game, Buffalo and the Houston Oilers? They were the Oilers at the time, and it was like 35-7, and they pulled Kelly out of the game, and they put what's his name in, the coach that just got fired from the Colts. What was his name? Hostetler. They put him in there, and he came back and won it. Do you guys remember that wild game? It was like 35-7, and Buffalo came back and won that game in the fourth quarter. It's like they had like 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes. It was wild. Anybody remember that game?
The playoff game with Warren Moon.
They're ducking.
That's right, too, babe. Madden did Fox games during the day before he moved to Monday Night Football.
Yes, Madden did Fox games. You're right, too, baby. Like I said, I thought it was John Madden, but I thought it was on Monday Night Football. I could be wrong. Like I said, I can't. It could have been Sunday night. Yeah, Warren Moon's like he's one of the most underrated quarterbacks of all time. That run and shoot offense at the time they had was just wild. It's like I loved watch the Oilers back then because I was a Steeler fan and they were like our rivals. And it's like, Earl Campbell was just different. He was built different, man. That guy was.
October 19th, 1991. It was a Saturday.
Oh, there you go. Kim's right.
And
But it was playoff football, right?
No, it was October 19th.
Oh, October 19th. There you go. Oh, that's weird. I don't remember. I know it was a football game.
Yeah, it started on the 19th and it got really out of control the next day.
The next day, yeah, that's right. He makes some great sausage now. That's hilarious, man.
So anyway, you're going to the car show tomorrow, right?
Yes, I'm going to a car show tomorrow. Taking it easy tomorrow. Just going to go over there, enjoy myself. It's in the same parking lot. there's a bar over there. What was it? What's the name of that bar over there, hon?
Gatsby's.
Gatsby's, and they have a car show, and theirs is in June, first week of June. And Bone Daddies is like their next door neighbor. They have it, well, July, the end of July, which is tomorrow. So I like going over there. It's close, not a whole lot. It's like I say. Oh, Robbie, if we get anything, that's great. But I'm not trophy chasing. But the reason I really like, well, look, I'm pointing the wrong way. The reason I really like that one, we got the most votes because there was not like regular judges, and these local car shows with the judges. Sometimes you wonder how or why they picked what they picked, but that this show here where we got the trophy, that was a people chose. Everybody that came in got a ballot, and they had classes, and then they had, whoever got the most votes got the best in show. So we got the most votes. Yeah, the people voted. That's exactly right. That's why I really like that. No, I'm not too bad. I'm really not. I love going to car shows because I love to see what people did. And it's like one of my favorite cars at the car show. We won was that purple blown Nomad. It shows up, and it's like when that car shows up, it's like it's probably going to win. The one thing about that car that I don't think is like to where it should be is the interior, but the exterior is perfect. It's like a plum crazy purple blown 55 Nomad, but it's like the interior just kind of doesn't fit. It's like a plum color, and it's like it has high back seats. But I don't want to pick apart somebody else's car, but I would, if I owned that car, I'd leave the outside exactly the way it is, and I'd have the interior redone, and I'd get a lower seat. I don't like high back seats in Tri-Fives, and it's got higher back seats in it. But some people go for the comfort.
Robbie, I like you. You're vindictive.
I appreciate it, John. We made them ourselves. They're by no means perfect, but they look pretty good in there. They fit pretty good. Yeah, they were kind of higher back. When I say high back, yeah, they're like a foot and a half above the door line. And for Tri-Fives, I don't like that. I like the lower, and a lot of guys have the higher back one, so I shouldn't say that because some guys like that. For me, I think that the Tri-Five is just, it looks a lot better with the lower backs on the seats. Just if you're going to have a higher back seat, then I hope it's in line and you got a post. That's that's all I can say. For me, that's my personal. That's just like some guys cut their wheel wells out. I would never cut the wheel wells out on a 55 Chevy.
There's a 60% off coupon regular price at Joann's.
Uh-oh. We might have to go up there and get some stuff. Even if I just get it to have on hand.
I know 60% is pretty good.
Yeah. If we go there, we might as well go to Costco too.
And Target. We got that $200 Target gift
That's
card.
just burning a hole in her pocket. She got us a $200 gift card for switching the from Comcast over to Verizon. And that's burning a hole in her pocket.
Think of all the things I can get at the Target dollar spot.
That's what she wants to hit. There's like as soon as you walk in, there's like 4 aisles, and it's like everything for $5 or something.
1, like 3, and 5.
1, 3, 5.
That's right, Robbie. It's on sale. Oh, that's a shame they closed your right. We got 2 Joann's. So you can go get your vinyl or whatever.
Yeah.
It's only 60% off one item, so I don't really need anything.
Yeah, I want to redo those back cards in my car. I'll probably do it. Like I said, these are jobs that I'm going to mess with when I need a break from the Nova, because I'm not doing anything big on the 55 the rest of the year. Just not. It's still got stuff I got to do, but I'm just not. I just want to enjoy it, and I got a list of stuff. And it's down the road. We'll get to it. Yeah.
Sunday, big job Sunday. Well, the Joann's coupon expires Sunday.
There you go. They closed John's local. Yeah, but yeah, they're in bankruptcy and everything else. And you go to the store at the wrong
Kenny.
times. They're not stocking a lot of material anymore.
The one in Springfield does.
The one in Springfield still does, but the one that's local to us, they have stuff that we can't say that they don't have stuff. It's just like they're not ordering a whole bunch to have on hand. That's one of them stores. It's like once you have a sewing machine, you're not going to buy another sewing machine, and that's like one of their big ticket items. It's like they got to make the money on the material, but how much money can you charge people for material?
Material's expensive.
It is. It's not free.
Uh-oh,
Yeah,
BW.
yeah. I wouldn't stop anybody from doing whatever they want to their car. You do whatever makes you happy. I think the 55 is iconic with the skirt look, the what sort of skirt look, and I like the way it cuts the tire in half.
David wants to know if the paddle's still working.
Oh, absolutely, Betty. Absolutely. And I just feel like if you want a big tire, go in. You don't have to go out, you can go in. And it's like, that's the thing. A lot of guys, that's why they cut those wheel wells back in the day because they didn't want to go in. It was quicker for them to go out. So they, would cut them so that the tire could go out and they get a bigger tire in there. That's the whole deal with that. And it's like, but I guess no, it's that look. And some people like it, man. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not for me. Jay said the same thing. He goes, Brian, I'm so glad you didn't cut those wheel wells. I'm like, no way. That's not for me. But some guys love that. So
well, maybe Hubie will pick up subscribers because he's doing something unconventional.
Well, that's right. Maybe you'll get more guys for that, Hubie. And you know what?
Historical recreation.
If I'm going to do one, I like the Nomad look on them. If you're gonna, you can get like the Nomad patch panel. They look nice. The Nomad opening on if you're going to cut the wheel well instead of just hacking at it and coming up with some kind of way to roll the ends or something. Those Nomad wheel openings look really cool. I know a couple guys that did that. Yeah, I think that's why I say, Kenny, it's a preference thing. Some guys, for one guy, it might not be for the other guy, but I would never slam anybody for doing it. Hey, you like it. Go for it, man. Well,
you guys all have a good week too.
That's not true, Tony. That's just not true. I can show you gassers from the early 60s that are not cut. And everybody will say,
hi, Mark.
Everybody will say the same thing for a straight axle. Now we're straight axled in the front, but most of the gassers back in the day did not have straight axles. They would put drop spindles in some cases and all that other stuff, but they just had the stock suspension in there. So that true gasser thing, that's crap. I disagree. Strongly disagree. It's your car. It's what you want it to be. And a gasser is just a drag car that runs on pump gas. NBC 10. I hope I have more than 2 likes, David. Maybe we didn't do that good tonight. I don't know. But here's another sip for giving me a like. I appreciate it, brother. There you go, a twin beam. They're pretty cool. It's whatever you want it to be. That's right. All right, guys. We're down to our last minute. Boy, tonight just kind of flew right by. I'm telling you, man, gone. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun talking to everybody. Do something fun this weekend.
You wrong as usual.
do something fun this weekend. I'm gonna go do a car show tomorrow and relax, and then I'll work again on Sunday. And I think, like I say, next week we're gonna gear back up.
Good night, everyone.
We're gonna get that Nova rolling. And,
I'll email you later.
See where we end up. Let's see.
Oh, that's going to be Sunday, Robbie. We're not going shopping.
Tomorrow's just hang around the house day for Kim, and Brian's going over to the car show.
Bye.
We'll probably do it Sunday. All right, guys. Till next week. Why don't you guys take care, everybody?